Guys, I hope you are enjoying the first day of Plan B Forum here in Lugano. Absolutely beautiful. The event organizers do such a wonderful job. And I want to introduce the next panelist coming up. Well, look, we live in the era of the internet. And at the end of the day, social media and memes are very effective in this information narrative trench warfare that we're fighting every single day. So what am I talking about when I say that? At the end of the day, Bitcoin is a narrative. Bitcoin is a story. And you have to get people to literally not actually literally buy into Bitcoin, but actually believe in Bitcoin, believe that Bitcoin is better money. And some of the most effective ways of doing that is by telling the story. And that's what social media has enabled. Social media has enabled the disintermediation of information. Now everybody can tell a story. Another great way of conveying information extremely quickly and also making people laugh at the same time are memes. And this leads me to introduce the next panel. These are the top memers ever in Bitcoin. I'm talking about Yellow. Yes, he's actually a real person, so please, round of applause. Yellow is actually real. He's actually Greek, and he's actually 2 times as funny in real life. Of course, we got RD in the house.
Is a shiny city in cyberspace, and you can go there.
And of course, he needs no introduction, Rockstar Dev in the house.
Thank you.
And he's wearing white. And I also want to give a very special shout out to my favorite Bitcoiner of all time. You guys maybe have never heard of him, Nico Moran. Hi, nice to meet you. Woo! Anyways, all right, guys.
Something completely different.
So it's actually really crazy. I've known these guys for like a decade now, which is nuts. I never saw their faces for like half a decade. I gotta say, I was slightly disappointed when I did see them in real life. Just kidding. But, you know, these guys played an instrumental part in building Bitcoin culture. I can't emphasize that enough. And perhaps you guys weren't there, but 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, Bitcoin culture did not exist. You guys have to understand that. There was no foundational level. And Yellow, this crazy maniac that I love so much, he thought that Bitcoin was going to break 100K last cycle. So literally, for 4 years straight, he held this Twitter Spaces called Don't Stop Believing. He thought he was going to do it for like 3 months. He ended up doing it for 4 years. And you don't understand how influential this Spaces became. It became a rallying cry when we were at the pits of the bottom of the bear market. And this man right here made it happen. And he never gave up. And most importantly, he never stopped believing. Yellow.
Thank you, thank you. Can you hear me? Is this on? Thank you, guys. Is it on?
Is this? Let's pass the mic.
Okay. What?
That would happen to the meme panel.
Okay, now I can hear myself, which is the most important thing. I'm the star here now. Okay, hi guys, I'm Yellow, and I make memes and stuff and things. And I'm really happy that I'm here in Lugano. And I blame everything on RD bringing me here. I hate this guy. It's all your fault. I blame everything for you. I'm wearing a mask, so you guys can understand who I am outside when I take it off. And, and I'm really happy being here and talking about memes and keeping it a little bit more light, because beauty is also about having fun a little bit. It's about sacrifice, pain, and all that. But you have to laugh a little bit to go through all that. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Let's give a round of applause to Yellow. If you don't give him a follow on Twitter, you have to. It's one of the most entertaining accounts in the world. And of course, sitting to his left is Rockstar Dev.
Yes.
Rockstar Dev died, literally. His old account, his old persona died, but he was resurrected, and he used to be called Rockstar Dev the Black, and like the movie The Lord of the Rings, maybe that's where you got the inspiration from. He came back to life, literally. I kid you not. There was a casket at one of the conferences, and Rockstar Dev came back to life after his funeral. And he came back as Rockstar Dev the White. Now, on his free time, Rockstar Dev is a Rockstar developer. So BTC Pay Server, which I think is one of the most instrumental things, open source mechanism that you can use payment. I still don't know how to use it because I'm a media person, but it's very important. And once I get a technical guy, I'm going to ask Rockstar after this. It's fantastic, and again, it's completely open source. And I'm not going to dox Rockstar, but a lot of your favorite Bitcoin companies, if you want to know who the Rockstar Dev was behind it, that guy right there.
Me, this guy. No, what is this? What is this? Sir, we want to read it as well.
Bitfluencers. Ooh, I'll take that.
No, I'm the only influencer on this panel. No, I'm the only influencer, not developer. I wanted to ask, how many of you in the audience follow Yellow on X? Let's see. Okay, there we go. I expected more. Yes. It's okay. I follow him as well. How many of you do follow me on X? Okay. Well, about the same. How many of you do follow Nico on X? See, we're bigger influencers.
How many of you guys follow Simply Bitcoin on X? No. That's me, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, influencers here, but no, in all.
Yeah, fuck RD.
I haven't forgotten. I'm gonna get to that.
We'll check for him. But what I wanted to say is, for me as a developer, really being on this panel, it's kind of super. Like, I enjoy it, like, really much. And most of the panel, please, no questions for me. I want all questions for Yellow and RD, because especially as a developer, hope we have some developers in the audience. It was always, you spend so much time coding and working behind the screen on your laptop. It's kind of, most of the time is boring. So you find kind of weird hobbies. And one of my hobbies is definitely like following Yellow and RD and their memes. So for me personally, it's huge enjoyment to be on this panel and be IRL with these guys. And looking forward to hearing more about how you started memeing, what you're looking forward to most in coming years. And yeah, don't stop believing.
There we go. That's beautiful. Bitcoin market hasn't started spinning a bull market since 2009. I love that. So I want to talk about RD for a little bit. I'm going to give him an introduction. RD is the man, the myth, the legend behind something that all of you guys in this room are very familiar with. This meme became so powerful that you had sitting U.S. congressmen, sitting U.S. senators, presidents of countries, billionaires, millionaires, all embracing this meme, making it part of their profiles. And what the F am I talking about? I mean, you could even say Joe Biden, I guess, adopted it, or maybe he stole it. What am I talking about? Do you guys remember Laser Eyes to 100K? That's the man right there that created that meme.
It was the meme factory. Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people might say, okay, like, you know, memes, like, this is a joke. Nico, like, what's like, what are you talking about? This isn't important. You know how powerful something is that you have people of influence, some of the wealthiest people in the world, make it part of their identity, a shared mission. You know how powerful that is? And fundamentally, what was it? It was a meme. You saw United States Senator Lummis, the Bitcoin senator, and she had laser eyes. You had President Bukele he had laser eyes. You had Joe Biden. I don't know if he did it for the right reasons, but he got laser eyes. You had billionaire Michael Saylor, of course. He had laser eyes. And it all started with, excuse me, RD, I'm just going to, degrade ourselves a little bit. It all started with the stupid internet meme. This is RD, and that is the power of memes, and this is how we win.
Thanks, man. Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to be here again. It was the meme factory that started the laser
He's
eyes.
being extremely humble. Privately,
And
he
Chair
tells me, he's like,
Force.
dude, that was
Yeah.
me.
Shout out to the meme factory. Yeah,
His name was Chair Force.
his name was Chair Force. Yeah. Yeah, and this is just the perfect example of how a shitpost can get you onto a stage in Switzerland.
It's a weird life we're living, right?
Yes.
This is kind of surreal. Like, mostly I will be on our couches ordering food. And yeah, now I'm fucking Lugano out of the Balkans. And I guess this is nice outside. Have you seen outside? It's like it's like a fucking Disney movie. What the fuck? Okay, so I guess Bitcoin is like beauty or something. There's like a meme to be made about that. We do appreciate beauty. Bitcoin is beauty. And yeah, the last time I did this was in El Salvador. That's a before-after picture with this. What? No. No. Dude, now we're in Lugano talking memes. I guess what I want to say, the point of all this is go out there, make memes. You're going to make someone laugh. And by making that, you're going to lower his defenses, I guess, a little bit to make your point clearer to them. And that's the powerful thing about this silly thing. And don't take yourself too seriously. Like pretentiousness lately is creeping in the Bitcoin space too. Bitcoiners didn't used to be pretentious. That's why the memes, our memes, I think hit more because there's a truth behind them. And they didn't have any truth, whoever is them. And I think, yeah, meme against pretentiousness, I think.
Uncle may add to that as TLDR, we are memeing Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is memeing us, Yellow, as well. Yeah, it is. So it's all about how will Bitcoin change you on your journey down the rabbit hole. And I really encourage everyone to fully embrace it. Don't be afraid, like lean into it. If you're not being cringe or you're not feeling like you're being cringe, you're not trying hard enough. So go for it and have fun. And I really hope, if anything this panel does, it inspires you to do that. So lean more into your Bitcoin persona.
Absolutely. Be authentically yourself. And I'll, do
Thank you.
some dude, you're wearing black, bro.
I think I heard it's slimming.
Dude, you should be wearing all yellow. And no, it'd be too obvious. I guess it's bad for
Now
OPSEC.
that would be a side. Hold me all yellow.
Yeah, that would be bad for OPSEC. Anyhow, so, one of the things that I loved about the most, like the last couple of years, was these guys are doing such a great job that you got to the point where the legacy financial media, the Fiat Times, were literally writing articles basically saying, like, these memes are a danger to democracy. Or, don't take these memes seriously. Or my personal favorite, fiat money is not a meme. It was that effing effective. Could you imagine that? The Financial Times, there was an editor, there was a writer there that took time out of his day and got approval from his editor to write an article that says fiat money is not a meme. And that would only happen if the memes were effective. Now, I have a theory as to why this is. Bitcoin.
Shout out to Bob Malakas.
Yeah, so we got to talk about Yellow's very distant cousin.
It's not me, no.
Very distant cousin, Bob Malakas. So I want to talk about like why are memes effective? So specifically in the Bitcoin space, Bitcoin's base layer is solid. It's based on truth. So it doesn't require a man in a suit to try to convince you of its legitimacy, as opposed to central banks, where they literally have to roll out a guy on TV in front of a screen and tell you that this is real money. Bitcoin doesn't need that. So instead of all that time, there you go, Christine Lagarde, perfect. This makes her head explode, by the way. She cannot take the heat. And so if you compare that with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is sound money, it doesn't really need anything. What do you do on your spare time? You make funny-ass pictures on the internet. And that's exactly what these two gentlemen have dedicated their lives to and have somehow ended up in Lugano, Switzerland on a panel on Plan B. And they're absolute professionals.
Yes, of course.
I mean, if you can get a president to change his profile picture because you created a funny picture on the internet, I would call that power and influence. Is that not right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's my turn. Yeah, for sure. You want more?
Hit me, Yellow. Hit me.
Yes. Okay, you go now. Talk a little bit, you bastard. You brought me here.
I can feel this. Okay,
Fucking
RD,
RD.
listen. What was your first meme, dude?
My first meme was like, I wasn't even using my account that I've got now. I just made some crazy meme with the dancing coughing guys and called it the death of the dollar. And Kaiser retweeted it and it went crazy. And I was like, maybe I can do some more. So that was how it started. And then I thought, I need to do this different. I can't do it from like just my normal account. And then I just started. One thing I did was like, it was the GIFs. So I kept looking for GIFs, thinking, I need like a Bitcoin version of this GIF. So then I just, because they didn't exist, I just started making them. I was like, I have no idea how to make GIFs, but I'll learn. And then that was how I started, and just made loads of GIFs. Actually love making GIFs.
Is it GIFs or GIFs?
Wow. That's the
GIFs
debate.
in my yeah GIFs or GIFs. But no, one thing that I guess most people also don't know when we were talking about the influence you guys had was also, I don't know if you remember, Nico, but early Strike was, we had Yellow, RD, and Greg posting memes. Yeah, and people were reacting the same way you're now reacting in audience, laughing to all the good memes.
Yeah, there was a timeline somewhere.
Can we have the sound? Sorry.
No, I hate that meme. That fucking meme took me. No, it's not. I have spent 4 days making memes, and it got like 100 likes, and I made that fucking shit in 1 minute, and it went viral. Fuck that. No, it's not. Okay, so there was. I have hecklers too. What the fuck is this? I thought it was professional. Okay, so there was a timeline, as Uncle said, that back in 2021, things were like this back then. I don't think now it's way bigger, right? That thing can't happen again. So where I was busting Jack Mahler's balls, literally on the DMs to meme strike, because he just made you guys made the first video of him like zapping, streaming sats, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get in onto this somehow. So in a thread, I'm like, Jack, what the fuck? Like, answer my DMs. And I'm like, okay. He was like, okay, whatever. I'll hire you both. I'll hire you. And then I'm like, I'm tagging this guy. And then I'm tagging Craig, fuck you, Craig. And somehow we were part of Strike, kinda, making memes for them. And it kind of helped, I think. Yeah.
So what he's saying is that he literally shit posted himself into a job.
Yeah, yeah, and it was a nice time. It was like I have so many stories with Zoom calls with Jack, and that I won't disclose, but it has something to do with him or Dylan. Sorry, Jack. Sorry, Dylan. Pleading us not to use too many rainbow dildos because the lawyers were like throwing a fit. So I will stop there.
So, speaking of rainbow dildos, YouTube is not necessarily the nicest platform, which is I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of Rumble for that reason, because it's a free speech focused platform. I love Rumble, but YouTube is not that friendly. And every time, excuse my language, these assholes come on the show, there's a rainbow dildo meme that they pull up. And me and my co-host Opti scramble to change the screen on time. And then we have to edit it out afterwards. But yeah, the rainbow dildo thing did go absolutely viral. Now, I do want to talk about why memes are so powerful and why they kind of resonate with so many people.
Great transition.
So the common denominator in memes is truth. If there is no underlying truth within the meme, people won't understand it. So one of the funniest things to me that I've seen is, and you see this with the central bank, there you go, exactly. With the central banks, they started making social media themselves. And it got to a point where you started seeing some memes from, let's say, the enemies of Bitcoin. The problem is that they completely did not make sense at all whatsoever because they were based on a false reality. And what you're seeing on your screen right now is the truth.
Yeah. Deflects that completely.
So that's one of the reasons that memes are so powerful. Now,
Nico,
Yes.
this had to be like the craziest panel you had to moderate. Man, I'm here as a participant, like watching that screen, and then he's trying to like keep it going, and then you have the giant transformer. Thank you, RD. Thank you for this.
yeah, I'm literally saying how
slideshow.
memes are true, and then the fucking transformer meme.
Nico is like sweating, like, what the fuck am I doing here?
No, I love these guys. I literally wouldn't be here without these guys. These guys provided the moral support. Now, the name of this panel is Bitcoin memes and social media, and I want to talk about the social media component as well. Exactly. Come on, do something. This is literally how I've been feeling all of 2025, to be honest. So social media is a very interesting animal, and I think over the last 10 years, we've really seen it fundamentally change the world. Exactly. Are you not entertained? We've really seen it fundamentally change the world. Why is that the case? Well, for the first time in human history, the information gatekeepers have been completely disintermediated. Anybody with an internet connection, anybody with a camera, anybody with a microphone can now become a broadcaster. That's somehow how I ended up on this stage. And that's extremely powerful. And the reason that's extremely powerful is when the men on TV in the suits go out and tell you that inflation is 2%, there's an army of 1 million people, citizen journalism, literally ridiculing that, making memes, and they can't, like combat against that. And there's people that are actually telling the truth. And the thing about the truth is that people are going to resonate with the truth more than they're going to resonate with the guy on TV telling you that the inflation rate is only 2% when you go to the grocery store and it's actually 10 to 50%. So I think this is, the phenomenon that we've seen over the last decade is that the internet has empowered every single one of you guys in this room to be citizen journalists. Now, what that flavor is for you is completely different. These gentlemen on the stage like to create rainbow dildos, and Muppets, yellow Muppets, and some of the funniest memes we've ever seen. Rockstar created a whole personality to the point that I consider him my best friend, and I have absolutely no idea what his name is.
Uncle is a meme.
So, again, this is only possible because of social media, and social media has been one of the most liberating technologies I think the world has ever seen in the last 10 years, and it's completely changed the game. And you see how they react to it. They have absolutely no response. They try to censor it. Certain platforms are not allowed in certain countries.
Block me, bro.
And I'm gonna pass it on to Rockstar. Like, why do you think that is? Why do you think they're so scared of the truth, man? What are they hiding? What are they trying to stop?
I mean, it's all about people are trying to remain in place of power. That's how I see it. But one thing that I have learned over time, and then being the part of Bitcoin community with these fine gentlemen, is if you are being displaced, even from position of power, if that's especially done with people that you love and that love you, you should go with it. You will end up in a better place. And that's my message to like all the fiat maxis do you really want to keep living the way you're living, on this treadmill and rat race and fiat system, fiat society, like wasting away on LinkedIn, trying to post something that will get you a job? Do you really want that? I don't think anyone wants that. And that's the beauty of Bitcoin, because and being in Bitcoin community with guys like you is just eventually Bitcoin frees you and you're individually free. And believe me, the only thing I want is that everyone in this room ends up as free as I am now after everything I've done in Bitcoin. So hopefully we help more people get into Bitcoin and experience that level of individual freedom. Thank you.
What I say is, in a world full of lies, Bitcoin is truth, and truth manifests in Bitcoin. And that's why the Bitcoin memes just hit home the hardest, I think.
Absolutely. And, one of the things I've said in the past, many years ago, is make no mistake, not so much anymore. I think we're winning now, to be honest. But, back in the darker times, when Bitcoin was under regulatory attack, Bitcoiners were censored. I really saw it as information narrative trench warfare in the battlegrounds of the internet. And if tweets are bullets, memes are artillery. They're really that powerful. They really cause that great of an effect that you can look at a picture for literally 2 seconds, laugh your ass off, and find truth in it. Maybe not in the Megatron with the crane dick Bitcoin thing, but in other ones like this one. When Bitcoin crashes, everyone says they're going to buy the dip. You still have money. Exactly. Like literally everybody has lived through that experience, right? And that's why it's so powerful. This is perfect. Inflation, a good thing. The fiat standard, natural resources, debt slavery. It's going to be $150 for Uber to bring me and drive me back home. Bitcoiners sleeping. So with the Kleenex. So you guys, I don't even have to describe that. You know exactly what that means. So this is what I'm talking about. It's such an effective way of transmitting information. Now, Yellow, you've been a victim of censorship yourself. Why do you think the powers that be were so obsessed with censoring a yellow anonymous Greek Muppet?
Well, I think it was all Craig, to be honest. He sent me to he booked the flight to Miami, Florida, I think, and he sent me to Miami, Ohio. And from that, I got banned somehow. The coincidence, I cannot not see there. No, to answer, censorship is gonna always be a part of the game, right? That's why all my fellow plebs on the timeline, not all of them, 60% of them, is ghost of something. Like you see Ghost of Becca and Ghost of Rad and like Ghost of Labra, many ghosts of Labra. But yeah, so censorship is always gonna be a thing that they're gonna use. But it's like, what's the game? Like whack-a-mole? Like, they can't stop us. Like, I'm gonna create another account. Like, the same people are gonna follow me, and I'm gonna creating again memes. Like, how do you stop this? You don't. Especially, and it's funny also, extra, when they censorship you, because like, they don't even know why. They just have a guy that is phoning them and telling them like, you gotta stop this or that and this. They don't understand the memes, because in order to understand these retarded things, you gotta excel a little bit, have a backstory. It's like hieroglyphics, you know? Like, if you don't understand the template, the message doesn't translate that well to them. And I think that makes it funnier for us, and they make them a little bit more furious, which is also funny.
No, absolutely.
And I would add, just in a lot of cases, it's just a plain mistake. That's what I have experienced as someone that was helping unban some of the people on X. Yeah, I was the guy. Just in crazy way, that's part of the reason why I'm on stage. Like, I've helped unban few people from Tether like 5-6 years ago, so that's why, I'm quite loved in this community. But again, goes back to what I was saying about fiat system. It's so broken that in a lot of cases it's also a mistake. Probably a lot of you in the audience have had that experience of just account that you've invested years into, someone decided to suspend, and now it's all lost. Luckily, we now have Nostr, so I'm looking forward to that future where no one can be censored.
Absolutely.
Now, Nasser, like, fix your shit, please. Like, I like Nasser, but like, can you like load stuff on my screen? It's not much I'm asking, Like, stop building on Ethereum or whatever you guys doing. I'm kidding. I love Nasser. Like, that's another way, right? Like, you can stop whatever you upload on Nasser. They cannot stop it even there. But we have to, you guys, please have to do it a little bit better.
No.
Okay, I tried. No, you.
Going back to Rockstar and Yellow's point,
Liar.
the reason they have to censor is because their system is not based on truth. And the thing about Bitcoiners is, again, you can meet some of the most influential Bitcoiners, and Bitcoiners have contributed the most to the community, and very successful. And you run into them, they're wearing T-shirts, they're wearing hoodies, right? The people that control the current system, they have to hide behind a suit to have some air of legitimacy. And when you question that legitimacy is where things get complicated, because it makes a very interesting question when, some anons on Twitter are telling you more accurate information about what the hell is going to happen with inflation than, the previous U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, who was literally saying, they printed a record amount of money. All the memers were just creating memes left and right, like there's going to be a crazy amount of inflation. She goes on TV saying that's disinformation, and fast forward 9 months later, there was a record amount of inflation, right? So the system needs censorship. It needs to be able to control the truth in order for you to, go along with it. But the thing is, on the internet, you literally cannot control the truth. The Streisand effect comes into place. If you literally say that something isn't happening on the internet, or you try to delete it, or you try to say that never happened, you're magnifying it by a factor of 1,000, right? So if I tell you guys don't follow Yellow, most people in this room will probably follow yellow if I keep telling you don't follow yellow, right? And that's essentially what they're doing. They're telling you, no, don't believe what your eyes are seeing at the grocery store. Don't believe those funny pictures of the internet. We are people in positions of authority. And what I will tell you is, listen, if you have to tell someone that you're in a position of authority, and if you have to tell somebody that you are legitimate, and if you have to tell somebody that you are powerful, you are not powerful, you're not legitimate, and I don't believe a word you have to say. And this is, excuse my language, I'm sorry, guys. I'm from Miami.
How dare you?
This is exactly what these motherfuckers accidentally have been doing for the last 4 years, exposing the crimes that these central banks have been committing. And it's been absolutely hysterical to see in the process.
Keyword accidentally. Yeah, and I have to add to this because it is the cycle that Bitcoin is getting really big, and that brings good things and bad things also. Like, so you're gonna see more Bitcoin memes about Bitcoiners and Bitcoin entities, whatever you want to call them, because it is a duty there. Like, if you're gonna be a mirror for everything pretentious out there, you gotta be the mirror, the joker for your own house too, right? There's have to be an accountability there. And if we see something that, even if it's like a Bitcoin related thing, we're gonna make fun of that thing too. So it's starting to happen. It's not a good thing, I think, but at least we're gonna have a laugh with it, you know? Buy my Bitcoin treasury company, Banana Bread.
All right, everybody. Well, this was the Bitcoin memes and social media panel, and I do want to end it with this. If everybody in the room could start chanting yellow.
No.
Yellow.
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 Yellow. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.